the pressure, then we throw away. Conventionality belongs to yesterday. There is a chance that we can make it so far. We stop believing now we can be who we are. Greece is the word that you heard. It's got groove, it's got meaning.
Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, Live with Kim. I am always happy to be here with all of you guys. While you guys are coming in and joining us today on the way in, help this girl out and give this live a thumbs up. And we have a pretty topic-driven show tonight. I actually have two topics tonight. Before we get into that, want to say hi to everybody in the chat. So quick hi to Steve, Lee, Thomas, hey Anthony. So as everybody's just coming in, it's been a crazy week. So at least for me, it's been a crazy week. I feel like it was like one event after another, and we'll go into that as one of the topics later on in the show. But if you are joining me from Instagram, we are live on Instagram as well. If you're joining from Instagram, just letting you guys know that I cannot see your chat. It's not integrated with StreamYard yet. So chat amongst yourselves, but I totally appreciate you being here with us tonight. I know I said this last week, and I am going to say it again. I started my own podcast. So if you guys haven't checked it out, the link is in the description of this live, but you can also just type in Kim's Side Money Plans on Apple, Spotify, Google, I believe, but Amazon. So I'm kind of available on all the major platforms. So definitely go check that out. But one of the podcasts that I listen to faithfully is the Gig Economy podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, I strongly recommend checking out Jason and his team. They do a fantastic job, especially if you're in the gig economy, because I call them info entertainment podcasts, because they're always there to entertain, but they give some really great information about the gig economy. So if you are looking for a new podcast, you're driving and want to listen to something, go ahead and go check out the Gig Economy podcast. They're one of my favorite. The link to this podcast as well is in the description of this live. So highly recommend them. They're very, like I said, they're info and entertaining all at one time. So definitely worth the check out if you're into podcasts. And if you're not into podcasts, I'm telling you, it's one of the best ways for me to bide my time as I'm driving. I literally put my AirPods in my ear and I just go, and I just find them easy for me to listen to, but also pay attention to the road. So just if you don't listen to podcasts, I highly recommend them. I actually enjoy a lot of them. So tonight we have two topics. The new DoorDash update a lot of us got this week, and man, the real reason why it is a pain in the butt. You guys are going to hear my truth behind what I really feel about this update. At first, I was like all rah positive, and now that I've had it for a couple of days, I'll get into my opinion on this new update. And then I'm going to go over my DoorDash week. How was your DoorDash week? We'll kind of share our war stories or our success stories, depending on how your DoorDash week went. And I'll go into detail on what mine actually entailed. And that'll kind of round out our night tonight. So thank you guys so much for being here. So let's dive into this fantastic new DoorDash update. So in the chat right now, or in the comment section, if you're watching it on the replay, or if you're listening to it in the podcast, let me know. Did you get the new update in DoorDash this past week that there is now you have to take a picture of the receipt before you proceed with delivery from the restaurant? If you had it appear this week, go ahead, put it in the chat, yes, and then or no if you have not gotten this update. So I'll let you guys put it in there right now to see if you guys got the same update that I did. And as people are still coming in, don't forget to, help this girl out and give it a thumbs up. Okay, so a whole bunch of yeses out there. So you guys are gonna have to tell what was your first reaction to this update, because I'll give you mine and then the real behind what I really think about it actually today. So I forget what date it actually arrived in my area. I can't remember exactly what day of the week, but at first I'm like, what the heck is this? And to me, it seemed like it was like, like the last 3-digit code that you put in for like a McDonald's order. I thought, okay, not that big of a deal. I mean, it's like the 3-digit code. How bad could it be? Oh, my famous last words. Really? How bad can it be? Oh, it could be bad. That is what I can actually attest to. But I thought it would be good for all those drivers out there who don't know how to pick up their order, or are picking up fraudulent orders, or just don't know how to read the receipt and are picking up orders for Kim when they should be picking up orders for Jennifer because they're completely the same name. Sarcasm. I thought that it would actually help the restaurants, and I actually thought it would help the um the customers actually get their orders delivered correctly. At least that's what I thought. But then I was thinking of I was being pessimistic, and I was really thinking of all like the bad that it could be for drivers, right? So I'm thinking of the positive for the merchants and for the customers. And then there are the drivers right here. And you guys, I saw a lot of loopholes for drivers. First of all, it's going to take more time. And I'm going to explain that in just a little bit. It's definitely going to take you more time to complete an order. So you're now going to be delayed in getting orders. Would like to think that all of us fantastic drivers out there in the DoorDash world who really care about what they are doing like to be as efficient and as quickly as possible so we get the orders to the customers in a hot and efficient manner as well. Well, that slows up the process. That's first thing. Second thing is, I don't know about you guys in your own markets, in your own areas. Like, I have merchants who don't put receipts on anything. They'll take the receipt off the bag before they hand it to the dasher. And I'm thinking, oh, great, this is how it's going to go. Or they just write the name of the customer on the bag. There are so many things. Like, I feel like a lot of merchants are getting away from putting or stapling receipts, especially the DoorDash receipt on the bag. They might have their own receipt, but a lot of merchants, I haven't seen the DoorDash receipt and I can't even tell you how long. So I was thinking of all like the bad it was going to do for the drivers. So I was still optimistic and I'm like, okay, how bad could it really be, right? Oh my God. The next day, I swear every order that I took had the picture of the receipt. And I know some of it might be me getting used to what merchants have the receipt picture taking, but it's random. That's my biggest problem right now. It's random. I had the other day, a couple days ago, I had a stacked order from the same restaurant. Went to go pick it up. and I have it and I'm ready and I'm ready to proceed with delivery. One of them, I had to take a picture of the receipt, and one of them I didn't. So there goes my theory that it's merchant specific, because if that was the case, both orders I would have to take a picture of. But this is my biggest issue. And maybe it's just me and I haven't gotten into the groove of this, but this is how I operate when I pick up the orders. Like, I pick up the orders, I bring it to my trunk. I have my hot bags nice and neatly set up in my trunk. I put it in my hot bag. I zip it all up so it's all nice and warm and toasty for the customer. Then I get back into the car, and then I do the thing you do on the DoorDash app and I proceed with delivery. That doesn't work anymore. I can't do it when I get to the car any longer, because then now you have to do it before you even put the bag in the hot bag to even see. Like, you don't even know whether you have to take a picture until you confirm that you actually have the order. If I knew ahead of time, then I know how to proceed because it's not on every order. But when you really think about it, and maybe it's just me being a woman and also I work at night, I was really thinking, I'm like, this could be actually not safe when you really think about it, when you kind of mull it over in your head. Like, for me, like, I try to do everything as quick as possible at nighttime so I get into the safety of my car. If I'm standing with an order and I'm trying to put it in the trunk and I'm trying to take a picture and now I'm trying to put it in my hot bag, like, that's more seconds out and exposed than if I would be safe in my car. And no, I am not one of those dashers that takes my order and just puts it in the seat. I do not recommend that. And I've learned over the years, man, if you get an order and you put it on your front seat or even on the front, floor, you hit one bump, you get one spill. Oh, that could be disastrous. I had, God, this was years ago. This is like probably 2020, 2021. When things were like just starting opening up, I went to a Wendy's one time and this person ordered a Dunkachino. If you don't know a Dunkaccino, is that what it's called? Not Dunkachino. What is it called where they, no, a Frosty Chino? Is it called a Frosty Chino where they combine the Frosty and a cappuccino and it's iced? Is that what it's called? Frosty Chino? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, there was 4 of them, and I decided to take the cup carrier, and so it didn't go anywhere. I decided to put it on the front seat so I can keep it secure. A person cut me off, and I had to swerve. Guess what went all over my car? And I had tan seats at the time. Oh my god, it was such a mess. So from that time on, I have always kept everything in my trunk, unless it's like liquid or anything. Even liquid, I try to keep secure. I have like a cup carrier in bags in my trunk as well. But anyway, I know I digressed a little bit on that, but man, I am not a fan of this new update. I, it's annoying. It's a pain. And every time, I can't tell you how many times this week I got into my car and went hit confirm, and I'm like, "Darn it." And I'm like, and I was cursing DoorDash out. In my head, I was cursing them out left and right, and because I had to get out of my car, go back, open up my hot bag, take that darn picture, and then come back. I was not I was not happy whatsoever. So you guys are gonna have to let me know. Do you like this new feature? Do you not like this new feature after you've now had it for a couple of days? Let me know right now in the chat or in the comments, however you are watching this live or the replay. Let me know. Do you like the update? Do you not like the update now that it's been in your area for a little while? you know, I'm just looking at Thomas's comment. It should be on every order. If it was on every order, I don't think I would honestly have an issue because I would know that, okay, before I put it in my hot bag, I have to take a picture of the receipt and then I can zipper up the hot bag and then I can proceed with delivery if it was on every order. But it's not, it's random. There's no way to tell what, what is going on with which ones to take a picture and which ones don't. So, a couple of you guys, okay, so Anthony, you don't mind it. I know but soda, you do not like it. And Johan, did I say that right, Johan? You don't like it either. Um, Man, like I said, not a big fan. So let's go in. Like, why do you guys think? Leave it in the chat right now. Why do you think DoorDash did this update? I'm just curious. I have my own speculations, which we'll go into what my own speculations are. But why do you think DoorDash did this update? They always have a reason behind these updates. And when I did the video this past week, a couple of you guys said that you've had it in your area for a while now. So it's really interesting that they were probably testing it out in a couple markets and like DoorDash fashion. They kept rolling it out and kept rolling out. And then there was a mass rollout to a lot of markets this past week. And, the one thing I am always not a fan of with DoorDash is they just don't communicate, right? So I don't understand, how do you not communicate with a driver when there's something as major as that going on? Like this week, I had a dynamic pay. And granted, I know what dynamic peak pay is from, watching YouTube and, talking to a whole bunch of you guys and what you guys are going through in your own areas. But if I was just a normal part time dasher out there trying to make money, I'd be like, what the heck is this? What's a dynamic peak pay? Like, there's no emails, there's no communication. You don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like DoorDash needs to get their act together. I don't think they ever will get their act together, but I feel like they need to get their act together to let at least the drivers know what's going on so we're not just like blindsided that this is the new expectation and we don't know about it. Is that just me? Like, don't you guys want a little bit better communication? Well, any communication at this point, because there's no communication. Don't you think better communication would be a good thing for drivers so they can actually work the app more properly, right? At least I would think so. Or maybe they're just thinking, oh, if they don't work the app correctly, we can have more deactivations. Or is that just me? Okay, so Okay, so you say the dumb wrong order button they gave customers and the bad dashers to take whatever is sitting there and go instead of verifying waiting for the order. It's a very good speculation. So, Anthony, you said to prevent wrong orders going wrong house for doubles. That's a very good possibility. I just think it's in a way preventing a little bit of the fraud. I mean, I don't know about your area, but how many times do you see these dashers go into places, shove phones in these restaurant faces, don't even say who they're picking up for, don't even know like the last initial? Like, how many times you go into a restaurant, and I'm making this up, there could be two Jennifers or two Lisas or two Johns, but it's different by the letter of their last name. Like that just happened to me the other week. Or actually this past week, I walked into a restaurant and I said, "Hi, I'm here for John." I'll make this up, John L. And the guy looked at the bag and it's like John O. He's like, "Oh my God, I think I just gave the wrong order to the wrong driver, and he had to remake the order, and so on and so forth. So it cost me time. But with the new feature, taking a picture, would they have really noticed it? But if they're really not understanding the customer's name, do you think they're really understanding the name that's on their receipt either? I i don't think so. I just think they just want to grab and go and don't really care, to be honest with you, what order they take, as long as they have an order. At least for me in my market, in my area. Are you guys finding like the same thing? Yeah. Mm, yeah. And this is it. Fraud is rookie drivers, most illegal accounts on DoorDash. And that's the thing. It to me, it is the illegal accounts. Will it stop the illegal accounts? No, not at all. I don't think this is even a preventative measure. I think it's more to protect the customer opposed to the driver, to be honest with you. And I love that verbiage where it actually says protect your ratings. Like they're really caring about the driver and their ratings. You don't care about the driver. You're just caring that the right order gets to the customer, so the customer can't say, "Hey, I got the wrong order." Maybe that's why they're doing it, right? So maybe, you have all these customers falsely reporting, they didn't get the correct order, or they're getting credit upon credit upon credit, and they really are getting the right orders. They're just falsely reporting they are. So maybe it's also false customers too. Yeah. Yeah. Uber Eats is worse than DoorDash for that and the stolen orders. I have to I'll have to pay more attention to that. Uber Eats has gone so far downhill in my area. Like, I think I push to take one Uber Eats order a day just to be active on Uber Eats, but man, Uber Eats has been bad lately, at least in my opinion. Like, it keeps going more downhill, more downhill, more downhill. Like, even once, like, a week, even twice a week, I would get, like, a decent shop and pay order, like, 20 to, like, $40. Like, I'm not even seeing that on Uber Eats anymore. But I'll have to pay attention, um, but sorta about the orders and the stolen orders around here. Maybe maybe your area is better for Uber Eats, I don't know. Not here, though. So anyway, so those are my thoughts and my opinions on the new DoorDash update. Not a fan, don't like it. Think it wastes time. I think it's just, I don't know, I think it's crap. That's my honest opinion. I think it's crap. Ugh. Did you see do you see any pickup point pickup orders anymore? No, my area has always been horrible for point pickup. Like, I can go on and go, "Okay, where's point pickup?" Like, it's to me, it's more north, like, getting closer to Manhattan, Staten Island, going, like, more north, and also more towards, like, Philadelphia. But every time I turn it on, like, I just shake my head because it's not even around my area. I saw one pharmacy order, and I'll be honest, I was thinking about it, but I was in the middle of a catering order at the time, and I didn't take it. It probably would have been my first point pickup order that I've done. Oh, I'm thinking about Rhodey. Never mind. I'm thinking about Rhodey. Sorry, Jersey man. I'm thinking about Rhodey. Point pickup is actually shop rates are, or the local grocery stores are pretty decent for point pickup in my area. The thing I have a problem with point pickup though, I just haven't had really good experiences. Every time I wish I knew what or how many items I'm picking up. That's just me. I got bamboozled a couple like during Christmas time with a point pickup. It was like $21 and it was going like point 0.5 miles. And I'm like, oh, I can do this. Pick up local grocery store, deliver it a half mile away. It was three shopping carts worth of food. And I was looking at it. I'm like, I don't know whether this is going to fit in my car. It was 6 cases of water. It was like seven like cases of soda. It was, I can't even tell you how many cases of Gatorade, not including all the groceries. And I'm like, I don't even know if it's going to fit. I got it in there, but man, I don't know. I haven't had much luck on point pickup, but if you're killing it, go with it. I'm glad that people are making money on it. Maybe I just haven't given it a fair chance yet in my own area. I don't know. But like I said, I know you are doing fantastic on it. I know a couple people are, really love doing, you know, point pickup. I just haven't found it to work in my own area yet. Okay, so oh, bye, Anthony. So anyway, so hate the new feature. If you haven't gotten it, I hate the new feature. Ah, anyway, okay. So before I even move on to the next topic of the evening, don't forget to help this girl out and give this live a thumbs up while you're there or while you're coming in or going out. Or if you're lurking, thumbs up or even thumbs down. Both ways work for me. If you can, that would be absolutely fantastic. And also, just I have actually an update for you guys. So, I might be doing something new, and you guys have to be on the lookout for it. I'm going to every once in a while do a lunch with Kim during lunchtime. So definitely be on the lookout. It's probably going to be about a 15-20 minute live as I'm eating my lunch and talk about whatever's going on in DoorDash gig world for the day. And we can sit and chill. And if you're eating lunch at the same time, you can eat lunch with me. But I want you guys to be on the lookout for that because I'm actually really excited and it's going to actually force me on some days to like stop for a half a second and take time to breathe and actually eat lunch. And I'm going to be doing it with you guys. So that's actually, I'm excited about hanging out, especially if you're available during lunchtime. I know that I usually do, a lot of my lives at nighttime. So it'd be really cool to get some of the people who work during the day as well. So, anyway, that's kind of some exciting news to look forward for the near future. So be on the lookout for when that pops up in your feed. Okay, so DoorDash. So, did anybody, I'm going to throw this out to you guys. How did you guys do in DoorDash last week? Go ahead. You can do it either way. You can hit thumbs up or you can put thumbs down or you can actually put in what was your total last week. However you want to do it. Put it in the chat right now. How was your DoorDash week last week? Don't be shy. Okay, I'm a little jealous. You were out of the country last week. Hopefully, it was on vacation and you had a fantastic time. uh, so, DoorDash was up last week for you, Thomas. Anybody else want to chime in on how your week was? Go ahead, share amongst ourselves. How was your week? DoorDash, or it could be any other app. We can share how our week um, was. Any app totals, thumbs up, thumbs down. The bud soda, thumbs down, very unproductive. Yeah, really? barely over 400 for the whole week. Wow. So Jersey Man 1250 last week. Okay. Good, good. Anybody else want to chime in across all your apps? Okay. That's good. Good for you. Okay. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because do you guys think maybe we might be coming out of the slow winter months? And when I mean slow, I mean like January blues, February slowness at the beginning of the month. Do you think we're starting to possibly see a rebound? And I'm going to say DoorDash rebound because I saw it last week. Obviously, 1 week does not dictate how it's going forward. I would like to think optimistically. So I'll be honest, my week was a little crazy last week. And maybe it's because I know there's a couple people from my own state in here tonight, but and you guys can chime in on this. So Tuesday we had snow and no school here for us. So schools were off. Um, we were kind of homebound for the morning because it was a morning snowstorm. Wednesday was Valentine's Day. And then you kind of went into, President's Day weekend for here. Schools had a 4 day weekend. They were off. They had a half day on Thursday. They were off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. My daughter just went back to school today. And so President's Day weekend. And on top of that, we had another unexpected snowstorm. It's crazy. Have you guys had this happen in your area? While they were only predicting in at least my area for like 1 to 3 inches. So I'm thinking I'm going to wake up to like a tracing to maybe a coating of snow. Yeah. There was like literally 5 to 6 inches on the ground up where my parents live. It was like 10 to almost 12 inches of snow, and no one even was predicting this amount of snow. So there was a couple of events happening in, new in the state this past week that might have contributed to, a good week. But it was, to me, it was nice to see. Like, I almost felt like traces of, I'm like, it's traces. It's not fully back, but traces of old DoorDash slowly creeping back. And, I didn't just work DoorDash. And if you guys haven't checked it out, I did drop a video where I had over $1,000 week just on DoorDash, but I had a decent week on Instacart. I had earnings on Uber Eats. I even had a couple of Grubhub orders. What? Grubhub? What's Grubhub? I was hearing cowbells. I can't tell you the last time that I've actually heard cowbells. I even heard cowbells last week, and then I did a couple of catering orders last week as well. So, it was overall, it was a pretty decent week, not just even on DoorDash, but you know what? I saw hints and hopes from everywhere. And, I feel like even though a lot of, I'll say majority of my income came from DoorDash, like I was just taking the best order that came through, whether it was Instacart, whether it was Uber Eats, whether it was Grubhub, whether it was a catering order was scheduled for the next day, like whatever good order came to my phone, I feel like it was back to like truly multi-apping the way that I actually know to multi-app. And it was kind of fun to like, it was fun again. Like it was fun to go out and go hustle and, work my butt off and, come home at the end of the day and go, oh, that's what this type of day looked like. I forgot what it looked like. So, yeah. Um, How many catering apps are you on now? One, two, three. I'm on four different catering apps now. Um, the thing with um catering, at least for me, it's just not consistent enough to it's a good thing to put in my mix. It's just not consistent enough to be like, "Oh my god, I absolutely love catering apps." At least that's my opinion of it. If one comes in, great, I'll do it. If one doesn't come in, I'll just use my other apps as well. Cray, you're the best. Um, so it's really interesting. The week that I actually have, I don't have Zifty. I might have to look into it. No, I don't. Um, so that was, it was multi-apping again. I was just so thankful that I had a good week. Um, I was thinking that if I had a week positively, my positive vibes were showing off to all of you guys, and you guys were having a fantastic week. Um, hopefully, it comes your way soon. Hopefully, with the warmer weather. And I was looking at the calendar today, and I was counting. We have, I think, I might be off a week. No, I'm not. So we literally, let me go back. One, two, we have 3 more weeks before daylight savings again, so we can actually see later as we're driving. And I know that affects a lot of you guys who don't like to drive in the dark, and you can stay out later and you can make more money. But I was literally counting it down. I'm like, oh, daylight savings is coming in. Does anybody get like excited over like the small little things that makes drivers' life that much more easier? Like I was like, oh, that's right. Daylight savings score, it's coming. It just makes it easier, at least in my opinion. Like I'm not squinting in the dark to see addresses any longer. It just means that spring is coming, summer is coming, and warm weather, looser clothes, getting I don't know. I am just so much more of a spring and a summer girl than I am a winter girl. Even though I had a lot of fun playing this week in the snow, I feel like I was like 10 all over again, even though in a couple weeks I'll be turning 45. Anyway, um, uh, so dark brings money for me, Kim. Well, that's good. Hey, if it brings money for you, then I'm sorry that daylight savings is coming. I don't know what else to say. I just get so excited when I actually see daylight savings. So you decide, am I the only crazy person who likes daylight savings? It means more competition. Really? Ah, yeah. Thank you, Christopher, for reminding me this. I have a um I have a new video dropping tomorrow that you guys are not going to want to miss. It is a Walmart Spark video. I've been working on it for a little while. So we'll look out for it. It's all about a new scam that's happening on Walmart Spark. And if you work Walmart Spark, you should go in, you should pay attention to your accounts, and you'll get all the details tomorrow in the video that will be dropping out. But it's a little scary about what's going on right now with Walmart Spark. Anyway, it's so funny. You guys don't like. Wait, I feel like I'm the only crazy person who likes daylight savings. Okay, never mind. Maybe I am the only person who likes daylight savings. Okay, well, see, there you go. Someone is with me on this one. Okay. Anyway, so new video dropping tomorrow. So definitely would love you guys to go check it out, especially if you work Walmart. If you don't even work Walmart, Spark, definitely it's something you're gonna want to see because it's a little scary on what's going on with some of these scams going on. And if it's not Walmart Spark, it's another app out there that everybody's vulnerable to. Um, and then also, guys, don't forget once again to check out the Gig Economy podcast. Oops. With Jason Thierry. Once again, highly entertaining as you are driving. The link is in the description of this live. So go check out the Gig Economy podcast. And also, don't forget to check out my new podcast as well. It will be dropping for right now, every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. So just something, like I said, it's on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all the major hubs out there that actually have podcasts. And then also, don't forget, Lunch with Kim, hopefully, is coming too. Yes, I do have curry. Um, I wish I could do curry more often. The problem with curry in my area is a lot of orders are going into Manhattan, New York City, any of the boroughs. So it's a little tricky in my area for curry, but I do have curry. Um, okay. With that being said, on your way out, don't forget to like this live and subscribe to this channel. And guys, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here. It is always fun. Thank you to Thomas and Cray Cray for your super chats and also for the members. I really appreciate it. And guys, that's a wrap. If you are driving, please stay safe. Remember, kindness is always free. Oh, one more thing. I was almost doing to an ending. Also, tomorrow night is How We Hustle on my channel and also Zach's channel. It is at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We have a jam-packed show again. It is always fun debating with Zach because we have completely different views on a lot of things dealing with the gig economy. Zach is here. See? Were your ears ringing? Your ears had to be ringing. So anyway, check us out tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on both my channels and Zach Drives Fast channels. And then on Thursday, I will be on the Rodeo Roundtable on Steve Rideshare Rodeo on his channel. And once again, that's 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday and 6 p.m. Pacific. And we will see you there. So guys, if you are driving, stay safe. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week or in the next video. Bye, everyone. Peace out.